Shocked.
Let's get the show on the road.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Hello, everybody.
The
Joe Dog,
W.
how are you
gang
doing?
Signs over here, Joe Dog.
That was W for Wednesday.
I think that's West Side, isn't it?
West Side on Wednesdays. That sounds like a radio show. Welcome to West Side on Wednesdays with Dickhead and Beaver in the morning.
Dickhead and Beaver. Weenie in the butt.
Weenie in the butt. As always, I'm joined by Joe Dog Hallam, and what? I'm not joined by him.
Your audio is not good.
Fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. Oh, is it better right now? Actually,
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk again. Say what.
right now it's not better.
Oh yeah,
that's
now
better.
It is. Now it is.
Yeah, okay. I think I know what the problem is. I think the audio is recorded way too loud for the intro. So when the music's playing simultaneously and I turn it down, it's like still being overfed.
Oh, okay.
And we are joined by Tyler Tirva. He's just connecting to audio.
Connecting to audio.
And of course, Easy Eric Kearney.
Yeah. Hey, what's going
Sorry,
on?
I didn't really intro you.
No.
Hey, Tirva.
What's going on? Look at you. Look at that hair. Look at the hairdo going on right now.
And then mustache.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Very good.
Shitty.
Tired, but good.
I'm tired because I was half hour late.
Okay, so maybe he did care.
Yeah. I asked if you were cool with it, and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't really give him a time."
Well, no, I gave him a time, but it wasn't like I was like around 7, like 7-ish. But so have you been wrestling at all?
I had one match
with
Tyson. It was like
The only options were Tyson or Cody Deaner. That's the only people he wrestles.
It's not the worst in the world.
No, it's not. No.
Well, I mean, Diener's like one of the only ones working anyways. Like besides like him and
true.
Paige and Alexander, I guess those are the 3.
Yeah.
But nobody else is working. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you'd actually like kept doing any like little side show or like little private like secret shows or anything like that. I know I haven't, but
We just did what was it? It was the best 2 out of 3 falls. And then, but it was all catch style. So I was like, I felt so lost.
well, especially with Tyson, like that's kind of a hard one to keep up with in that kind of a match. Like,
yeah.
Was that the one you guys were like in shorts?
Yeah, shorts. Yeah.
Okay, I saw that. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like a training thing or if it was like
was that enlistable at the Hard Knocks? Or,
Yeah.
That looks like their gym facility and stuff looks amazing. Like their setup looks really cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. There's even like a gym in the back part because it's like an old CrossFit place. So.
Oh wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
and they own like that back part of it too?
Yeah, I believe like they rent it now and then in a year, I don't know if I'm revealing stuff. In a year, I think they like fully take over the building and everything.
Cool. That's pretty sweet. So are you and Tyson going to be like full-time trainers there?
I think he's the head trainer, but no, I have nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
I always like it when we're at a venue and there's a gym right in the venue. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't partake, but you guys always seem like you're having a great time working out before your matches.
So you're happy. You're happy for them.
Yeah, like I get to see Tirva really happy, like that he gets to get all pumped before.
It's kind of like when there's like a bar beside a venue and everyone's happy for you. Like they don't partake, but they're like, "Oh, good for Rex."
Yeah.
And I worked out like once because upstairs in Timmins, like in that gym, there's a real sweet gym because it's at a high school. And like I did it once, and that was like I was so blown up for my match.
Yeah, you know what? I saw Scotty Too Hottie one time get ready for a match, and he was doing full on like wind sprints and shit. To like, it was that whole theory of like you can't blow up twice.
Can't blow up twice.
And fuck, dude, I tried it. Not for fat guys. Like you should be in shape before you do that. Because I just got out to the ring and I was done. Like I was like, I'm fucking gassed, man. Like
that's because you don't come off the first blown up. Like you just stay. Blowed up the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, your recovery needs to be there too. Like you got to get blown up, recover, and then you can't get blown up again.
Yeah.
That's according to Sabu. I don't know. I don't even know if that's true. I've never.
That's Eric's personal trainer.
Yeah, Sabu. I've never tried it myself. I don't try to blow myself up before a match. It seems like a terrible idea, but
He doesn't actually tell Eric what to do. Like he just points wherever he wants him to go. Like bench press over there.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
It's points, and then the warm ups like gig.
Yeah.
What have you been doing otherwise, man? Without wrestling, what are you doing?
Man, I've got a lot going on actually. Yeah, I sold my rental property like 2 months ago, and then I just bought a house, and then I'm selling like the house that I've been living in. So
Oh, sweet.
last, like 3 months.
Real estate. I never got into it. I should have.
Where was your condo or your rental property that you sold? London?
Yeah.
Did you sell it to Shiloh?
That's why she's looking for a renovator.
Man, you said those Timmins shows. Some of those trips were fucking nuts. Those Timmins shows. Like I just remember, like, I'm not gonna go into a bunch of specifics, but like when Sonny was there. Actually, I'm gonna tell this one because it was funny. So we're in a hotel room with Sonny, and not like in a sexual way. Like there's like a million of us in this room, and
seems about right. Yeah.
Then again, with Sonny, you never know. But
Wow.
I mean, yeah, it was Sonny and all of us, and we're just hanging out, and she starts kind of getting a little bit shitty. She's like, the 90s were better, you know, you guys wouldn't even know, you should have been there. And Tirva just stands there and goes, I don't know, like recess was pretty cool at that time of my life. So
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take a little heat. She was being super shitty.
Why was she? What was going on? She was just tired or something from the.
she was with a bunch of wannabes, and she was I remember she got like, I think that was after she like had some shit at the club. She wanted to like jump the line, and she was like, do you know who the fuck I am, to the bouncer, and the bouncer's like, no. Just made her go back.
I'll never forget, because I was sitting on some like heater, like because there was like 2 beds. I remember she was sitting on the bed in front of me, and I was sitting beside Scotty Turner on the one heater. And JT Player was sitting directly in front of Sonny, and he had on his Raw Sonny shirt, and she was telling a story. I don't remember what it was about, but the whole time he's glazed over, just like,
I know what it's about.
Sign
fuck it, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. She was telling us what Shawn Michaels likes in bed. And,
The lipstick thing?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She says that. She's like, you guys want to know what gets Shawn Michaels? And literally all the boys are just like everyone just hops on the bed with like, yep.
The red lipstick thing I've heard. Yeah, I heard he's in.
Okay, so it's public. Everyone knows. Good.
Well, it was in her book. I read her book, and she had mentioned that Shawn Michaels liked that
Red lipstick.
particular. Yeah, imagine Shawn Michaels trying to like on Pornhub or something like red lipstick applied several times. Like you have to keep, I don't think that's such a specific genre. Like
He likes a backstory. He's like me.
I guess.
I want to know, why she's doing what she's doing.
he likes a sore backstory.
Oh,
Gross.
wow.
If you ever, Tirva, if you ever want to make Jeff Black angry, you can always remind him of the time that I can't remember where we were, but you were running a fair show under the CCW banner, and we convinced him to pull his car up to the ring so we could use it for a spot. And he threw me into the car, and it dented his hood, and he was so pissed. And we're like, dude, you drove your car up to the ring. He's like, yeah, but you guys convinced me to do it.
What did you think was going to happen in the spot?
I don't know, but there's a huge dent in his car, and he was so mad about it, and he bitched for like 3 weeks after it. It was great.
What did he think? Did he think you were going to like check his tire pressures by the ring? Like that's what you do.
No, I don't think he thought I was going to hit it as hard as I did. And so when I got thrown, I just full out took the bump, and he was
I remember it.
What's that?
I was like, hey, make me look good.
Yeah.
if there's a car next to the ring, like somebody's getting backdropped on part of that car. Like that's just, it should be, guaranteed no matter
It was
what.
an old shitty car anyways.
Yeah,
honestly, it did not take much convincing for him to
But
drive it.
I see his argument though, like, but it's my old shitty car. Like,
Yeah. He didn't even ask for an extra $20 in his pay.
No.
He should have. Oh, he should have just tried opening the hood and like punching it from underneath or something.
No,
It probably would have popped. It would have popped right out.
with are you looking at, so obviously right now the vaccine's actually starting to roll out. Kingdom's gonna be very happy. I just got my appointment, so I'm getting my vaccine.
Wow.
And are you planning on, when things start rolling out again, are you gonna go back into wrestling full force, or are you kind of like thinking about taking time off from it? Or
Yeah, I definitely am ready to go full force. For me, it's more so now. It's more like, I don't want to say like to be picky and choosy, but I don't know. You kind of like
this asshole, picky or choosy. He already worked for all the best companies,
but
in Ontario.
He's always been like that. How long have you been wrestling? Like how many years?
2008.
And I feel like you have not had as many matches as you should have.
No, I have.
Like better quality,
way better quality, way better promotions. But yeah, he's just like, you were just always like, well, I'm not gonna wrestle every weekend and just doing your thing. But then you'd show up on like a Rock Solid show in front of like 600 fans.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're wrestling every Saturday in front of 20. But
I can usually tell the type of show. Like there's one show I remember, I'm not going to name the show, but it was in Hamilton and it was a very lower end show, very small draw. And when I walked in and seen Tirva, I was like, oh, like he's one of us now. Like he's going to do the small little shows.
You know, what's interesting is it's not that it's never that I don't want to do something. I'm not like I got that show because I reached out to that person. And like, because I go through spells where I'm like, all right, for the next 4 months, I'm going to wrestle on every single show possible. And then I'm going to taper it so that it's like, okay, now I'm going to now I have a weekend off. And then then I can line up this and this and this. Like,
It's a great way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like ebbs and flows. That way, like, you can really throw tons into it. And it's almost like a way of like creating steam for yourself, and then never getting too burnt out.
Yeah, and then you're not diluted. Like people aren't like, oh, this guy again. They haven't seen you in a while, and then you kind of come back, and
you never got hit with like the Rip Impact effect, where it was like we see this guy in every show ever for 10 years. We're tired of it. The flip in the ring, we get it. Okay. Did you find when you were like, maybe not when you're first breaking in, but like even in
like Rip Impact. What's wrong with you?
I love Rip too.
I love
Rip. I just like making fun of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good.
But did you find with like
someone, you wouldn't talk about him?
That's true. Yeah.
That's actually very true.
Yeah. There's lots of people we haven't talked about on here at all. We
won't get another chance. The show must be getting shitty because I'm going to be the last one to burn the business. So
no.
I'm the official last guest. You guys said the day you started, you're like, Tyler Tirva's coming on. That's definitely going to be the last show because he's shit.
Oh.
Did you find though, when like you were in your younger years in wrestling, because of the influences you had and the people you were hanging out with, that it put you into like a category of being like a main event guy, or like a guy who's like considered like a veteran when you weren't quite there yet?
Yeah, definitely. Like, because when I started, I was like Derek Wild but taller.
yeah
And lankier, and he was like doing his first retirement tour, so that was how I got booked.
First of many.
Yeah.
I did.
Like, in my first year, that was how I got booked on shows. So like there was like, I didn't even talk to a promoter until like, I think I talked to 2 promoters in my first year. Like that was it.
I did feel like there was a bit of a Danger Boy torch pass to you for sure. Like
in the early years when he first started, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, which isn't bad.
But it does like inadvertently put him right into, because that was right at the end of like kind of the Ontario like cliquish, like when there was like that clique of guys, those neo guys and all that. And when he kind of came in, he was one of those guys, and he was always surrounded by those like top talent. So I always wondered if that was like almost something that would hinder you a little bit, because people would expect this young kid who's still green to show up and be like Tyson Dukes and Danger Boy, or were you just fucking awesome right away? Because I don't have that experience.
I like, you know what? Like I wrestled so many guys in my first year that had quite a few years and that were way better than me. So like, I don't know. I felt like it took a while where I felt like I was on a level, like a level playing ground, but I still always like, I didn't call a match. I think I might've called like 1 or 2 matches in my first like 4 years or 3 years. Like, so that's hard from one sense, but also like I can adapt all the time.
Yeah.
So it was like it was just a different way, because like a lot of times like you're always wrestling like the same people at wrestling school and stuff like that, but like I had my first match after my 6th practice or 8th practice. Like,
Holy shit.
Wow, you got in that quick.
yeah, like after my second match, or after my second training session, I remember I went for 2 hours on a Tuesday and then 2 hours on the Thursday, and at the start of my second session, Danger Boy told me to get gear made. I was like, who do you call for that? And he's like, well, just find someone that makes gear. And then that was it. And he just walked away. But on the first day, he told me he didn't shake my hand and wouldn't ask me my name, but I had to go around and shake everyone's hand and find out their names. So he made after my second training session though, he like had to know my name so that he could get me booked on a show that was like 2 weeks later. So he was like tiptoeing around the whole situation of like, he wants to be hard on me, wants me to earn it, but he's also like, I think you're going to be ready for what it was. And yeah. So It's a weird way to come in.
Did you have a lot of people training with you, or was it just you and him?
I think there was actually like close to 8 people.
Are they still in the business, your class? Because
No,
my class only has Joey Allen left. It's just him and I. Everybody else dropped out of Eddie's class.
Yeah, I had so one of my favorite humans ever, Killer Al.
Oh, okay, cool.
Fuck, man. That guy, he's a piece of work.
He's the nicest human I've ever met. And I could tell Killer Al stories forever. And I have random Killer Al voicemails, which are awesome too. But anyways, so Killer Al. And then there was of who's still in it. Well, actually, I think that might be it. Mike Atlantis.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Same class as Mike Atlantis.
Yeah. And he started before me. And he had been there like a year. Some guy gave Mike Atlantis a sunset flip, landed on his own head, like not on Atlantis's, but this guy landed on his own head and was forever out of the business after doing his.
Wow. That's all it takes sometimes, eh? Holy crap.
Man.
Did you guys see that thing on the internet from Raw? The kid did the sunset flip over Sheamus to the floor and tried to power bomb him, and then Sheamus landed on his leg, on the kid's leg, and just the guy just went stiff and couldn't move. They had to call the match on live TV and just end it.
No, I didn't see that.
Monday night.
The referee threw up the X and everything, full.
They were trying to keep going and the kid couldn't get up, and he just said ring the bell, and they just went. That was the finish, and Sheamus won by whatever. The guy can't continue. So he lost, giving Sheamus a move.
Oh, Vince is so angry right now. I guarantee it.
Damn it! What the hell?
You know what? I think Tirva. I'm pretty sure.
Tirva.
I'm pretty sure your favorite thing showing up to a venue is if they have showers. Is that correct?
My favorite thing is if they have a sink.
yeah, like the MCW kitchen.
Oh yeah, I love bathing myself in that while you hold my towel.
Multiple
times this has happened.
I'm just wondering if if only the staff knew whose balls were washed in that sink.
Oh yeah, my coin purse was touching the drain. That's how you keep water at your toes.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't think he was gonna do it, and he's just like, no man, I gotta clean myself up. fucking gets right in the sink in the locker room. It was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Help me move all these dirty plates and shit out of the sink here and let me get it. I'm going in.
I'll leave them in. Leave them in. Leave them
It was a huge sink. It was a tub. Like
it's an industrial size one.
Yeah, he was like squatted down doing his thing.
So you'd prefer to have the sink bath than a shower, is what you're saying?
Wow, you want to feel loved?
It's a better story.
It's a fantastic story. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's running in on you. I'm covered the whole time I do it too.
Yeah.
You're
talented.
You're close with Diener. What did you think of the gimmick change?
Oh yeah.
I knew of it in advance, just that it was happening. I just didn't know what it was, but I like it. Like it's a way of like not getting stale and pivoting when you're already at a peak, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like I thought about it. Like I took it, like once I saw it, I took it for myself and I was like, would you do that? And then I like thought about it and I was like to actually literally like change everything from like even your hair or like shaving, like fully shaving off facial hair. Like,
well, yeah, because he had such a distinctive look, like the long hair, the long beard. So when everything's gone, it's like, what the fuck? Like it's a different person, right?
Yeah, he looks younger somehow. Like
he does look younger. Yeah. I like the look. I think he looks fantastic, and I like the gimmick that he's doing. But it was just like because I've known Cody Diener, like I didn't even know Cody as Cody Steele. I've only known him as that hick Cody Diener gimmick the entire time I've been in the business. So it was weird watching it happen.
It took me a good month before I was able to accept it. At first I was like, what is he doing? No. Like, oh no. Like,
he's ruining it.
Yeah, no, he's throwing it away. But then like after a while, I was like, okay, no, this makes sense. Like how far are you going to go with the camouflage and shit when you're on TV? Like you got to change it up and be something more, I think. Just diverse, something that you can do more with and not be taken as just a comedy character all the time.
Yeah.
Because on TV, that kind of gimmick, the Diener hillbilly is going to be eventually like a comedy gimmick or a jobber gimmick after a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
was the first time he hasn't wore a singlet in I don't know how long, because it would have been when he switched, because he was in, remember the jean cutoff shorts?
Yeah.
Pour some sugar on me in the mullet. It would have been since back then. So it's been, like he's had his abs and everything covered for a while. So I know that was a big change. Like he really dieted hard for the switch. So.
Yeah, I was going to say he's probably able to not let himself go because he's always in decent shape, but like probably really have to tighten up before that, especially debuting, not having a shirt for the first time in like almost a decade. That's, I'm sure it's scary, but it took me by surprise, man. It took a while for me to get used to it, but I'm actually watching Impact now for the first time. And since it's been called Impact, I think. And it's wild to see the amount of talent that like Eric Young and Diener in the same shit all the time. Like that's fucking, it blows my mind. So I remember being like a little kid watching them wrestle like in the Polish Hall. And now it's like almost 20 years later, they're on TV and they look younger than me. It's
full circle for them, right? Which is pretty sweet. And also just like for us, like them representing like in main event level, right? That's pretty cool.
Have you ever had plans to try and go to a higher level than just indies, or are you comfortable doing what you're doing in your shoot life and wrestling is just a hobby for you?
Oh, I just like wrestling in small town shows. That's all I'm looking forward to. No,
Eric's fishing for you to tell him it's okay to not want to go to the next level. That's all he wants.
No, fuck you, Rex. I never sent anything, and I don't have a body like Tirva to be like, hey, look how good I fucking look. So hire me, and you can. If they don't like your wrestling style, they can retrain you. If they don't like my style, I don't like my body. So.
I think you had a couple WWE appearances, right? I remember. Did you not? Did you have? Was it 205 Live or no?
I did SmackDown like 11 years ago.
Yeah, that might have been a long time ago.
No, you were on Impact or one of the TNA shows recently, right?
Yeah, I was in the last Gut Check. I was the runner-up.
Okay.
Year. So March. It was literally the week before COVID. I was in Atlanta for the finals.
Oh, really?
Man. That's fucking
yeah. So it's literally like, and it was, I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan, and it was right across the street from where their new stadium was.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It was, was all right. But yeah, I've always wanted, of course, like I've always wanted to be signed to something. So that's the main reason also why I was even shifting, like, so 4 months of tons of shows, and then we'll gear it down and then ramp it up. And I always those tweakings. It's because I always wanted to try to make it around like getting good content. Okay, now send it. Get good content. Okay, now send it.
Yeah.
But how do you balance that? Because you've had a career, right? Like you're like Eric, where you guys have decent careers outside of wrestling. How do you balance? Like, how are you able to get the time off work to do those kind of things?
Well, in the past, like I've always been a personal trainer, and I manage trainers sometimes all over Canada where I'd be flown around. But yeah, it all just depends on different timing. But with training, like you can control some of your schedule. So sometimes, like I remember I did the last FCW tryout camp in 2012.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
So I remember the Monday I trained 13 clients in a row. Then I did 12 the next day. And then I did 7 the following day. So I worked like almost my 30 hours by the middle of Wednesday, and then flew down and did the 4-day tryout.
Okay.
So like with trading, you have a flexible schedule, or I made it flexible, right?
Why the fuck weren't you on the Canadian WWE tryouts? That blows my mind.
I didn't know they were happening, and I'm also not like I don't train at that school. Like a lot of people were from Battle Arts and whatnot. I was when I found out that it happened, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I was kind of fired up, but I've done, because the last time I did extra work was 2017, I think, or 2018. I don't know. I've done extra work like 14 or 15 times.
It's a lot of free food.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
That's where Rex goes.
The
catering.
Those are some long, depressing days.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Of walking on eggshells. And I didn't even drink coffee back then. Like I drink coffee now. At least that would have kept me like running on premium all day, just like wide-eyed, like, hey, sign me, guys.
Do you ever get nervous at those things? Like, is there anyone there who like intimidates you a little bit to see?
Yes and no. There is some people. My favorite instance is I wrestled a dude. We get out of the ring, and he goes to Joey Mercury. He goes, "Hey, Joey, did you watch our match? What'd you think?" And he goes, "Hey, do you see that guy over there?" He goes, "Yeah, that's Roman Reigns." He goes, "Yeah, quit stealing his shit." And it was because the guy hit it. Look, it was more like a phenomenal, or like a jumping forearm, like more AJ Styles wise, but I must have bumped well, so it looked like the Superman punch. But
man, I remember one time I wrestled with Ethan Page, and he like fucking nailed me with some shot. He was just fired up, right? And he got me real tight, and it like knocked my jaw out of place. And after the thing, like I'm just kind of standing off the side, Matt Striker's beside me, and I'm being a fucking bitch, right? Like I'm like, oh fucking jaw. He goes, what? I'm like, oh no, just my jaw. And he just looks at me, he goes, so? And he just walks away. Like, sorry, man, I wasn't like trying to complain to you. You were just there.
It's not like you tapped him on the shoulder, like, excuse me, sir, my
Can
jaw
I go
hurts.
home now? My jaw hurts. Like, I was
they're
just
just
saying,
such dicks. Like,
yeah, there's like, I can't think of like one in particular, but I remember like multiple times, like because driving by yourself, like I drive a couple hours after the show and then get a hotel and then go to the next one, because a lot of times there was 2 or 3 in a row, and like the whole drive after the show, I just think about like the person that made me feel shitty. And like you would have had like the whole Monday Night Raw go on, but it would have been just like, there's always someone. I shouldn't say always, but
no, there is. It's
There's one person that always makes you feel uncomfortable, and it's like, why do you have to be a shitty human? Like, well,
I mean, I get it. It's like a Shark Tank in there, right? Like they're looking at these guys like they're trying to come in and get work, and it's like they want the work and not you. So I get it. Like, I don't know. It's usually me who makes me feel shitty, just by being me.
Oh man.
I remember Steve Carino saying that he had like a tryout to be, I think it was for the writer's room or something. And the first one didn't go really well. But he had to go back for some reason, like a couple days later. So he said he was packing up the really good Tupperware, and his wife was like, not going good, eh? And then he said he went straight to the craps table and he just filled up all of his Tupperware and packed it in his bag. And Chavo Guerrero was like, that's a really good idea, actually.
Someone else has told me that, and I heard the line was as he was filling, like, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, I'm not coming back," and he just kept filling the container.
He said that he was like pitching something, and somebody was like, "No," and then he looked over at Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty's like, "Don't look at me, like, don't fuck, like." He's like, "Don't look at me, be cool," because Carino's like, "Yo, back me up." It was pretty funny, but.
That gives you an idea of what the atmosphere must be like full time when Dusty Rhodes is like, hey, like, don't fuck it. Like, he's a little bit on edge, like, you know, trying to pay my rent here, man. Just chill out.
Be cool.
Don't get me fired, bro. Come on.
That's not for you.
Hey, Tyler Tirva, where can everybody find you on social media, buddy?
At Tyler Tirva on, I don't even use it that much. Instagram, Twitter. And then I almost said Facebook Marketplace, but I have a Facebook page.
Yes, you can hire Tyler Tirva on Facebook Marketplace. We're not going to tell you what he does, but
you need a fridge, you need an old microwave. You talk to Tyler Tirva.
Yeah. You want a $10, $15, or $17.50 item, hit me up, and maybe I'll reply within the next 3 hours. We'll see what's going on.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for being on.
Oh man, thanks for coming on, bud.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler.
Boy, it was fun. Thanks for having me.
Play the song.
I'm playing the song. Jesus.
Oh my
Calm
God.
down.
He doesn't know how to hit buttons. Come on, Rex.